From Louisville, Kentucky, with our live stream early Father's Day special. Beat the heat, because it's coming on Monday. It's going to feel like over 100 degrees. I'm sure most of you out there already encountered this. What do you say, Sticker Kid? You like the hot weather? Nope.
No.
Do you like to go to those splash pads?
Maybe.
Like the sprinkler park?
Yes.
What's that over at Iroquois? Remember when we used to go there? Isn't that I think that's the sprinkler park. Got a sticker granddaughter here. We're at 1,650 on subscribers. We've only moved up 10 in the last 4 days. Not very many. It's gonna take 3 months to get to 2,000 subscribers at this rate. We'll get there. Some of it might be my fault a little bit. Remember, we're going to give this one I practice on, the stereo butcher cover, away when we get to 2,000 subscribers with 3 hard trivia questions concerning the butcher cover. 3 questions you just can't Google the answers up right away. What do you think?
Huh?
You gonna learn to peel one of these someday?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I want to prove them too long.
You think you can do it?
Yeah.
Alright. Gotta take a lot of determination. A lot of patience. You have patience? A little bit about butcher covers, then I'm going to get into this Pace Magazine Top 300.
1 second. Richard Sandpie Whiskey said, "Hi, Frank and Sticker family."
How you doing, Richard?
Hi.
Richard?
Richard Sandpie. I don't know how to say it.
Gotcha. This is one I peeled about a week ago. I got it at 1,400 on my STICKERMANIA 2853 eBay store. Pull it out here. East Coast, number 3, Scranton, Pennsylvania. Mono butcher cover, a 3rd state. That's a remove trunk slip. One more amazing story about butcher covers. I told you that Tuesday night, a lot of Beatles albums went up for sale on the internet for $525. And most of them are just Beatles albums with wear that I'd sell my antique toy mall booth for $20 a piece. We got 2 white albums. They're not numbered. A something new mono. Some, they call these Hamburg tapes. Revolver, mono rubber sole. These are all US pressings that aren't audiophile. Beatles 6. Somebody even colored in George's collar. You like that way they colored his collar in there?
He's a Beatle.
You want to finish the rest of that?
Look at the back of it too.
The back of it, they got Beatles 6 in red. They had some solo albums in there that I can't sell for more than $10 a piece.
Why?
George Harrison, John Lennon collection. That's a little rare. And Double Fantasy. But in the middle of all those photos, they were real small, and I magnified them. I noticed there was a gray border sticking out there, and I saw it on every picture, and then I saw that it was smaller than the album cover above it, which I know it was trimmed. So I said, has to be a butcher cover. So I gave him a $450 offer, and I went to bed, and about 10 minutes later I woke up in a cold sweat and said, if I don't make this deal by the morning time, somebody's gonna figure it out, and I'm not gonna get this butcher cover. It's a number 5 stereo from Los Angeles. No seam splits. Can you show the close-up of this and close-up of the V-neck?
underneath this STICKERMANIA.
So when the seller, I messaged the seller the next day, are you going to send this lot of Beatle albums out before long? And he replied, you know, Frank, when I was packing that up, I noticed Ringo's V-neck peeking through on the yesterday and today. So I think you got a butcher cover. So I thought he was going to cancel the sale, but he didn't, and sent that out. So that's up for on my eBay store now at $1,799. I'm not going to peel it. It's a West Coast, but it's in really nice shape for a second state. Sometimes you get those second states, they're so nice, you're afraid to mess with them. This is one of them. Got the matching stereo pressing. Stereo pressings of the butcher cover are 5 times rarer than the mono, with that big 1 on the label. Does that show?
Yeah.
Gotta learn from Mazzy. Mazzy says, hold it for a few seconds.
Put these up for him.
Jake's Music Corner said nice butcher.
It is a nice butcher. Over there.
Do half
out of
load.
the way.
You don't have to pick it all up at once.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why can't you sell these for more than $10?
Collectors only want certain items now and in real great shape.
Wow. That's a hippie dippy stuff I don't care.
Hippy dippy.
I don't care about those people no more.
Oh, you don't?
They-
Somebody predicted, Kevin from Kevin Records just told me this last week, and I said, Kevin, somebody predicted this 8 years ago. Where's that white book? The white collector's book. Must not have it here, must be in that drawer. By Stan the Man. See if you can, in my computer desk, in that drawer where I got, find the white, says Beatles American Records. By Stan the Man. All right. Introducing the Beatles. It's amazing how the rare Introducing the Beatles sells so quick. I just got this in the mail today. It's a version 2 with the hype sticker for Twist and Shout and Please Please Me affixed to the cover. This is version 2 with Please Please Me and Ask Me Why. No seam splits. Sold within 10 hours at $555. Here's a Stan the Man. He predicted this about 10 years ago. That he said in Beatle albums, everything in very good condition would go down in value because there were millions pressed, and everything in excellent and near mint would go up. And that's exactly what's happening in the collectible world.
Jack's Music Corner said you have a link to your eBay store, please.
I can't do it here, man. That only can be done on the computer.
It's STICKERMANIA.
Oh no, that's the
STICKERMANIA 2853. That's the name of my eBay store. STICKERMANIA.
Yeah, I'm putting it in the chat, but I won't be able to. He won't be able to do
STICKERMANIA
the link to it.
2853 after is my eBay store. And this is my, the way you get a hold of me through my Yahoo page. All small letters, Mr._STICKERMANIA@yahoo.com. A couple people had a hard time messaging me. Wolfie Baby wanted to message me last week, and Mike Stern, that does a Beatle man that did one of the old Beatles price guides. He tried to message me last week too.
Is your Yahoo messed up?
It's not messed up, they're just not punching it in right. It's all small letters, Mr._STICKERMANIA@yahoo.com. And I have Joe Hilton and several people that are getting a hold of me through that page, so I know it's working. And even the guy from Japan, he messages me all the time, every other day.
EK said sell any 7.5 reel to reel.
I didn't bring my reel-to-reels today. I sold, what's the last one I sold? I sold an Abbey Road real nice for $277. I have a Sgt. Pepper 7.5 inches per second factory pre-recorded Ampex tapes in my bank vault, but I didn't bring it today. What do you say, Sticker Kid? What do you say? Little inflection? Can you project? What's the joke? You got a joke?
He's very quiet.
Tell me when you, what?
Later.
Later? Later. What are you supposed to say after later?
Alligator.
Later, alligator. All right, so at the grocery store today on the music system, they were playing Get Back. And Sticker Granddaughter was running the register, and I said, do you know the song playing right now? It's the last song the Beatles ever performed before an audience. Before they did Abbey Road, and then they broke up. Get Back. The last song they ever performed on the top of their Apple headquarters on Seville Road. And that was it as far as performing before a crowd. All right, we're going to talk about the Pace Magazine Top 300, the albums that I deal with. At 292, we had Scary Monsters by David Bowie. Can you get my David Bowie album over there? At 288, we had Tommy by The Who.
Only this one.
Yes. At 259, we had The Byrds with Sweetheart of the Rodeo. That's an album that Mazzy likes a lot. This is the young crowd that mostly voted on this top 300. At 241, we had the Sex Pistols, Never Mind the Bullocks. One of my favorite 1980s bands, the Pixies, was in at 200 and... what were they at? They were at 163 with Doolittle. I missed some here. Bob Dylan was Highway 61 at 220. At our first Led Zeppelin album was Led Zeppelin 4 at 215. If you can imagine that, Led Zeppelin 2 did not make the top 300 on this list. 182 was Sticky Fingers. My favorite Rolling Stones album besides Exile on Main Street. 161 was Oasis, Definitely Maybe. 133 is the only other Led Zeppelin album in the top 300. The great double album, one of the greatest double albums of all time, Physical Graffiti. Got any comments? Make some comments. We'll get all the way to the top here. We got 128 was Rubber Soul. Can you hand me the Rubber Soul down there, please? By the Beatles. The first of 5 albums by the Beatles that made the top 300. A lot better than the Apple, where they only had 2 albums in the top 100. So Rubber Soul was number 128. Can you put that back, please? All right, next we have 125 or 127 was David Bowie Low. The only one I got here is Space Oddity. Pink Floyd, can you get the Pink Floyd down there? Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon did make the charts. 125, it's losing ground with the young crowd. And 118 was Jimi Hendrix, Are You Experience? There's Jimmy back there with Noel Redding. That's my eye poster there. I sold 4 of those eye posters the other day. The only solo Beatles album to get in the top 300 was Paul McCartney Ram. I don't have a Ram right now. 83 was the Pixies Super Rosa. 74 was Bob Dylan, Blonde on Blonde. That's my favorite Bob Dylan album. I love Absolutely Sweet Marie. Number 62 was a White Album. Beatles White Album. I got a UK 1970s pressing here of the White Album. Talking about the White Album, the other day somebody put a first day issue from the UK in near mint, looks like it was never played condition from, that would be November 1968 in the United Kingdom. And they put it up for $2,000 and I offered them $1,000. They put it up for $3,000. I offered them $1,000. They counter offered with $2,000, and I counter offered with $1,500, and I got it. So I got it coming from California, a perfect mint condition White Album from the United Kingdom, stereo pressing. All right, the rest of the top 100.
And
Hold on.
Let me finish. Revolver was number 45. Can you hear me? There's a revolver right. You probably can't see it.
I can't see.
Revolver. This is my Germany audiophile pressing. That was number 45. 37 was Exile on Main Street. I got another Monarch pressing from Los Angeles of Exile on Main Street in excellent condition with the postcards. The best audiophile pressing you can get of Exile, because that's where Mick Jagger mixed the master tapes there in Los Angeles. Talking about the Rolling Stones, they played in Columbus, Ohio last night. My buddy Ernie was working security for the show. And my
Cleveland.
Huh?
Cleveland.
Oh, Cleveland, sorry. He played in Cleveland. And in my opinion, Mick Jagger in the rock and roll history is the best frontman there ever was. He's still doing it. The rest of it, we got, I said Exile, we're into the top ones now. Ziggy Stardust was number 34.
this one, Abbey Road.
No, but it's close. There's a Ziggy Stardust patch, if you want to show that close. From, it says Ziggy Stardust is a gas. And then show the autograph of the album. That's a David Bowie autograph from 1997. He did for the doorman at the Essex, where he was living in New York with the model Eamon. We're up, it's almost to Abbey Road now. Number 30, Bob Dylan, Blood on the Tracks. 27, Jimi Hendrix, Electric Ladyland. 26, Sgt. Pepper. It wasn't even in the Apple chart, so I'm glad that in the young crowd somebody still likes Sgt. Pepper. This is my factory seal, 1978 UK import pressing that was recut by Harry T. Moss, according to Tom Port from Better Records. This is a hot stamper, white hot stamper. You guys know what that means. All right, we're almost there. Number 10, Pet Sounds. Thanks to Daniel Costello, I bought this on the internet. This is a super audio compact disc from Analog Productions of Pet Sounds. I guess I'll have to open this up and play it in my car. But I do have another, what's the album I sold that has Pet Sounds as the second album?
God, you're just so good.
Yeah, not thinking the name of it right now. Carl and the Passions.
There you go.
I got a near mint Carl and the Passions coming with an unplayed second record of Pet Sounds, a mono mix that was remixed by Carl Wilson in 1972. And we're almost there. Number 5. What do you think number 5 is?
I
Abbey Road.
thought it was number 3.
He was 3 on the Apple chart, but it's number 5 on the case chart.
He's a liar.
So that's the albums that I deal with that was in the top 300. All right, catch up on the questions.
I gotta put that back.
Do that comment.
I would show you Abbey Road, but all my Abbey Roads are pretty much sold.
And Francis 532. They said for Sticker Kid. What do you call a fake noodle?
Sticker Kid, they're asking you something. Come on, what do you call a fake? A stick or what? A stick?
Yes.
No. Impasta.
What is it?
Impasta. It's like imposter.
Oh,
From
imposter.
Moses.
That's good. Imposter.
What is your joke? You said you had one.
I find my joke embarrassing.
All right, that was the top 300. I'm gonna show you some. Unless you got some questions, I'm gonna rapid fire. You know what rapid fire means? So one thing after another. You ready? No.
You better get ready.
You better get ready. Beach Boys. We're talking about Beach Boys. Got this in 1964 in concert tour program from the Beach Boys when they played in the United States when Brian Wilson was still in the touring band. There he is. Before Bruce Johnston joined the group and his favorite ally of all time, Mike Love. Tough to get Mike Love and Brian Wilson in the same room. Got the songs they played in 1965. Here's what they played in concert. Little Deuce Coupe. Surfer Girl, Do You Want to Dance? Help Me Rhonda, Fun Fun Fun. Papa Mau Mau, I can't say it right. I Get Around, Little Honda, Then I Kissed Her, California Girls. You've Got to Hide Your Love Away. They hit a Beatles song. All right. Barbara Ann, The Little Girl I Once Knew. And the encores they did in 65 was Johnny Be Good and Surfing USA. I told my buddy Kevin from Kevin Records, I said the high end, I don't know what's happened, they're trending. The high end Beatles or Beach Boys memorabilia has doubled in value in the last 2 weeks.
Oh my Jesus.
Oh, I do have an Abbey Road to show. My sealed 1987 compact disc of Abbey Road.
That's a bit weird.
All right, we showed that. I got this in.
What?
It was done that way because of theft.
Oh, because people stole?
Yeah, so they made them cases long like that to try and
Yeah, that long box. 2 of these would fit into an album slot that people had album racks in the record store so they could put these side by side and fill them up, and then there was less shrink when they were in these long boxes.
That looks easier to set still.
No, I usually put little.
This is a 1964 from Canada pressing of Ringo's theme and And I Love Her on the red label, United Artists. Those are tough to get, those George Martin 45s. Another one that's tough to get is this MGM from 1964, which says Why on the A side, the Beatles with Tony Sheridan. Anybody know what's on the B side here? It's the only time that George Harrison and John Lennon wrote a song together. What's the answer? Anybody out there know it? It's your trivia questions for tonight. What song did George Harrison write with John Lennon? The only time they ever wrote a song together. What's the name of it? From 1961.
It's the Beatles, bro.
Mr. Beatles Pro said cry for a shadow.
All right, Beatles Pro. You already won a butcher cover from me. You're not allowed to win another one, Beatles Pro. We're going to see you at the Fest for Beatle fans in Chicago in August 9th, 10th, and 11th. Are you going? Sticker granddaughter wants to go, but she wants her own hotel room. So we're negotiating that. Sold this today. Tough to get these original Beatles tray to say made in Great Britain, and it has to have the Worcester Ware sticker on the back because they made reproductions of them in the 70s that say made in England. This is the 1964 with no scratches, no flaws at all to the cover. Sold for $99 today.
Everyone like, subscribe, and hit the notification link.
Thank you. What do you got to say, Sticker Kid? Come on, speak up, project.
Do it.
Do what?
Like, comment, and subscribe.
What she said? Alright. Tell him. Give him a thumbs up.
Mr. Beatles Pro said, yep.
Alright. We're going to see you. Thanks.
I'm going to see you.
Beatles for sale. Got a pressing from 1969 Beatles for sale in, that's a tube cut, -3, -1 stereo. The best way to hear Beatles for sale is the stereo mix from the early 1970s.
Early 1970s. How old were you then?
I was
In your teens?
16 in 1970.
Oh.
No, I was 16. I graduated 18 in 1972.
See, I told you you were in your teens.
Don't want to show this front of Sticker Kid because he'll probably want to put it together. Isn't that right, Sticker Kid? You like Legos?
Dallas would put that together.
No, I'll beat him.
The Beatles Lego Mega Box Set from Walmart. The Ed Sullivan Show.
How much can I pay you for that?
The Ed Sullivan Show. We're going to have a really, really, really big show. Can you say that?
Oh,
We're going to have a really big show.
no.
Can't say it?
I mean, we probably have like 20.
Dando Seasoning. You're promoting Louisville. Anyway, my middle son, Mr. Ferrari, who was named after a car I used to have, bought this for me.
Mr. Ferrari.
That's his middle name.
Frankie?
So,
Oh.
sold this today. The Beatles Red album, the 2014 that was mastered from the analog master tapes at Abbey Road Studios. One of the best ways to hear the red and the blue album. That's my last one. Sold it today for $50. Any questions out there? We're going to go into rapid fire.
I dare you.
Got this All Things Must Pass in that looks like it's never been played from 1970. It's got Apple on the spine. That means it's not a reissue, but the real deal. I put that up for sale. Hasn't sold yet. $122, and there's the poster that came with it. George Harrison's Masterpiece album. Can't believe that didn't make the top 300. Ram was the only solo Beatles album in the top 300 with the young crowd.
My favorite is Abbey Road.
And they didn't even put Band on the Run in the top 300. My favorite. Paul McCartney solo album.
No, my favorite song was
Even though it's been played to death. 1964. We're going to show some items of 1964. How old was I in 1964, Sticker Kid? Figure it out.
Oh, no.
If I was born in 54,
Seven.
how old was I?
10.
10.
Oh, no.
10. All right.
She keeps hurting my feelings, that's why.
We got this clutch purse made by DAME in New York in 1964. It's got the leather strap handle, the zipper works.
Can I have it?
Really nice. Somebody made me an offer today. They said $229 post-paid. I said, sorry, I don't offer free shipping on high-end Beatles memorabilia. Perry Cox doesn't either. It's a flat $10 shipping. If you can't pay for the shipping on a Beatles memorabilia item, I don't think you really need to buy it.
I agree.
In today's world, with the way the USPS, they cracked another record of mine, a 2014 Beatles Hard Day's Night I sent out. This is the second album I've had a cracked record in the last few weeks, so I almost have to double box everything I mail out now, so you gotta pay for the shipping.
That's terrible.
This is from 1964. This was available, pretty sure, from Capitol Records. Line drawings of all four Beatles. We got, of course, Mr. Macca. Who's Macca stand for?
Macca McMiller.
Paul McCartney. That's his nickname. Macca. Ringo Starr. Here's a trivia question. Who was the oldest Beatle? Ringo Starr.
The one in your house.
I was gonna say that.
John Lennon. And who was the youngest Beatle? Right there. George Harrison.
I remember when I was a kid, you used to ask me who they were, and then I was forgetting.
That's the original envelope they were mailed out in. It cost $3.50 in 1964. It says the Beatles, set of 4 detailed line drawings suitable for framing. Any questions on that? Rapid fire, rapid fire. A lot of stuff came in last few days. Got these are the 2009 Target, only available on Target with the t-shirt in them. But the what makes these rare is these are all the large size, large and extra large, and they all disappeared from the shelves within a couple days. The only thing left was the medium size, small and medium. But these are all the ones that were sold right away. Can't Buy Me Love.
I want that shirt.
Help. Hello, Goodbye. These are all sealed and no dents. Perfect new old stock condition from 2009. How many years ago was 2009? Come up with that question. Trivia question for you tonight. Let It Be.
Ocean.
What was the answer?
It was 15.
15 years ago.
I was born 2008, 2000, yeah.
All right, we got these Beatle monthlies in today. What makes these Beatle monthlies more valuable than everything but number 1? They're the last 3 issues from the Beatles monthly when the Beatles were pretty much broke up. You got George on the back with the, I can't remember what they were called. He put a song out with them.
Mr. Beatles Pro answered your question earlier. He said Ringo is the oldest. Ringo's July of 1940. John was October 1940.
Yep, thanks Beatles Pro. 76 with Paul McCartney on the front and John Lennon on the back. And of course this is the $100 issue, the last one. You can see the 4 Beatles smiling. They're probably smiling because they know they're breaking up. And there they are in the Apple's headquarters, pretty much waving goodbye, because this is it. They knew they were almost there where they wanted to be, except for Mr. McCartney. He wanted the group to keep on going.
Well, McCartney, too bad.
Got some Beatles sheet music in today from a big collection. Paperback Rider and Rain, one of the greatest double-sided Beatles singles of all time. On Rain, Ringo said that was probably the best drums he ever played on a Beatles record.
Is that their lyrics?
But you see, they're the same sheet music, only they have a different title. They're from 6 of 66. So what month would that be? 6 of 1966.
What?
6 of 66. What's the code for what month?
Oh,
Did
that's
it come?
June.
June. Good job.
I don't know months.
We got yesterday with 2 different tenths. The early one is this one, 966, and this one's 1266 of yesterday.
Have a look.
Yesterday was a Beatles song that was covered by more artists than any other Beatles song.
Did they know 666 is bad luck?
Oh, probably.
Captain Obvious over here.
Yeah.
All right, what else do we have to show? Led Zeppelin 3. Got a sealed Led Zeppelin 3 in from 1977. It still has the spinning wheel on it. And it's got the 19... It's got the 5-digit number 19128. Led Zeppelin 3. Factory sealed with a hype sticker and 4 square corners. No breaks in the shrink. We got another Some Girls. Factory sealed with all the women on the die cuts.
Eagle.
I got a lot of interest on this. I sent offers out on $179. I got a Hot Rocks factory sealed from 71. Rolling Stones Hot Rocks. This is a good introduction if you want to, first time people that want to hear the Rolling Stones, has all their big hits on it. Up to the ones on London Records up to 1970. The last 2 songs would have been Brown Sugar and Wild Horses. Twice I've had this pressing, the early Shelley pressing that had the outtakes for Brown Sugar and Wild Horses. I sold both of them. This one could have it in it, but I'm not going to open to find out. That's my Beatles for sale from 1970. You can tell by the inner sleeve. It's got Scaffold and Sgt. Pepper, and it's got a Pink Floyd album on there. You can tell what year by what albums are on the inner sleeve. This is the -3, -1, and it even has a HTM in the dead wax on side 1. What does HTM stand for out there? Beatles Pro, what does HTM stand for? I'm sure you probably don't know that, sticker kid. Harry T. Moss.
You can even give it a second.
I know. Well, I'm just in rapid fire now. What have I not shown? We'll probably switch these posters out and I'll sell these eye posters. I have 4 left to sell. Those 3 and this one here that's got the, I think John Lennon was into this, tarot. The tarot cards, I know he was into that. See what his luck was. That's how he got his fortune told. He would look at the tarot cards, him and Yoko.
Oh my gosh, are we selling that?
Yeah, with those 3 right there. What?
That's so cute.
Well, you have to put your reserve in if you don't want me to sell them. I can sell the other 3. Are you saying that you want that one?
Yes.
You gonna put it in a frame?
Yes.
Alright. I showed the Let It Bleed last time. Let It Be Naked.
Ew.
I bought a Let It Be Naked from 2003 today for $196, the vinyl version from the United Kingdom. This is the CD version. It's only worth about $30, but the album version just keeps going up in value. Rachel Ghost bought my last one for $200. I messaged Rachel's Ghost today about our interview Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wednesday is what date? June 19th. And Rachel's Ghost says it's a go. So I'll be on Rachel's Ghost for about the 7th time. And we're trying to get Mikey Arugula to be a guest, the Beatles collector on Mean Mr. Mayo. I thought it'd be pretty hilarious to have me and him on the same interview. He's got a huge Beatles collection. I've had most of what he's got, but I buy and sell, and he just holds on to his. He has whole rooms full of the Beatles memorabilia. So, Rachel's Ghosts, make sure you check us out next Wednesday, June 19th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Why are we looking up in the sky?
We like it.
Huh? Did you have your joke yet?
No,
You told me you were going to have a joke.
I forgot it. I forgot it. I totally forgot it.
We got some other from a big collection I bought today. I'll show you some few other things. Not sure what this is. It says, I saw the Beatles, March 1964. It's a little newspaper article. Somebody saw the Beatles. John Adams Junior High School in New Jersey. She went to the Carnegie Hall on February 12th, 1964, and she saw the Beatles in concert. That had to be amazing at Carnegie Hall. How do you get to Carnegie Hall? How do you get to perform at Carnegie Hall? There's 3 answers. What is it? And they're all the same answer.
Walking,
How do you get to play at Carnegie Hall?
music, a violin.
How do you get to be good at anything? What do you have to do?
I don't know.
How do you get to be good at golf, soccer, anything?
YouTube tutorial.
Playing Roblox.
You have to practice.
No.
Practice.
No, what he said was true.
Practice. 1965 program. This was at the Maple Leaf Gardens in Canada, where the Beatles performed August 17th of 1965. It's wrote in the inside. I think it's cooler when you have these programs and you know they were actually at a Beatles concert. They aren't the leftovers. Got 3 Beatle posters in this collection today. That must be half of it there. You can show that. I'll show you the other half. Guess they cut it in half. No, I think that's all I have. I got that one. These are all Dell posters that sold for 25 cents in the stores like Woolworths in 1964. And I got one more. This is a complete one here. All 4 of them. Dell posters sold for 25 cents. Can you see that okay? It's not the best condition in the world. Pretty fragile.
I think your friend from Japan. He said, "Dear Frank, your handsome grandson, beautiful and cute granddaughter, hello and plus color. Today's daughter's shirt is from the Stones' 1990 Steel Wheels. It's a photo from the album. It's so cool."
Yep. I didn't even know you got that on. You must have snuck that out of my t-shirt collection.
My dad gave it to me.
Is that the one you went to, the Voodoo Lounge tour, or did you go to you went to the Steel Wheels tour?
No, I went to Voodoo Lounge.
Voodoo Lounge? Is that the Voodoo Lounge?
No, that's a Steel Wheel.
Steel Wheel.
That one's yours.
Yeah, my dad found it. And he said, "You want this?"
I didn't think you wanted better than I bought.
It always seemed like it would fit you.
I Love Ringo, 1964 pinback. Look at the aging on the back of that. That's how you know it is real. I showed the apple crates last time. The for the next live stream on Rachel's Ghosts, I'll have my perfect new old stock condition lunchbox and thermos to show. So if we get Mikey Arugula, he'll have a fit when he sees that. No dents, no flaws, nor nothing. Coming in. And I'm gonna try to break a record and sell it for over $4,000. I think the highest price one's ever sold for in the world is $4,000. I'm gonna try to break the record. This is just the thermos, but I got a perfect lunchbox coming in. This thermos is up for sale on my eBay store at $550. Look at the bottom of that there. Hardly any tarnish wear at all. What do you say, Sticker Kid?
He dug into his nose and ate it.
Huh. That's really appetizing.
And why can't I leave?
She
Yeah,
probably,
we use the restroom.
probably had to go take
Well,
a
what
break.
if I had to use the restroom?
Where are we at on time?
You can hold it.
I
11:45.
11, we got 15 more minutes, so bring out your questions. A rapid fire, I should most everything.
We still had Sticker Kid's joke.
Sticker Kid, you need a joke.
what do you call a snowman?
What do you call a snowman
Who lost his sticks?
who lost his sticks?
Snow.
Snow?
Yeah.
No. What do you call a snowman that lost his sticks? What do you call him?
Oh no.
Tell the audience. Project. Say it loud.
You interrupted me.
All right, I'm ready. What do you call him? This is a wax paper that held the 5 of these cards in 1964 by Topps. The Beatles, this is the diary set. They're in excellent condition. If you have a whole set of these, they can be pretty valuable. But that's the little wax paper that they came in. The color cards and the diary cards. Looks like Sticker Granddaughter is coming back.
Don't listen to me.
Better drink some water and
I
finish
don't
this
think
up.
anyone did.
Everyone missed me. You're just a hater.
I know. And I have the right to be.
Wings Over America.
What'd you do for your
Give me
dad?
the program there.
Oh.
Give me the Christmas box set on the bottom. And then the Wings Over America, the one that's behind.
What did you say?
I sold all my Beatles original Christmas greetings. I only have 2 left. My Mexico buyers that have been buying 6 of my butcher covers, they're interested in my original Beatles Christmas ones. This is the 2017 that they reissued on colored vinyl. The only one that's been opened up is the 63 one. All the rest of these are sealed. 64, 65, 66. Better slow down, Mazzy will tell me to slow down. 67, 68,
What's your favorite Christmas song
and 69.
by them?
I like John Lennon's Happy Christmas, War is Over. I like it more than Wonderful Christmas Time by Paul McCartney.
Oh, I've heard that song. I like that song. The one.
But the Wonderful Christmas Time, if you hear it enough times, many years, it does grow on you.
I know this first one.
Somebody had a big Beatles collection, and they had $5,000 on it of albums. And I offered him $1,000. He said no, he would take $2,500 for it, and he would throw in a McCartney booklet, a newer one. This is a Flowers of Dirt, but it was from the 2000s with his new band. And they were all signed on the front, except Paul McCartney wasn't signed on it. And I told him I wasn't interested because Paul wasn't on there. He didn't like that. He says, well, I got a bunch of Denny Lane signed albums. I said, you know what? I said, Denny Lane was in Paul McCartney's group, and they helped write songs together on Band on the Run. I'll show you Denny Lane. But do you know what a Denny Lane autograph is worth? It's worth about $70 on an album. Do you know what a Paul McCartney autograph is worth on an album cover?
10K.
$3,000 to $4,000. That's a big difference.
That was not right.
The 10K, you're talking about having
Everyone.
at least 2 of the Beatles on
Or
there.
maybe when he passes.
I sold the Paul and Ringo signed Abbey Road. I sold for $5,000.
5K.
This is the Wings Over America 1976 tour book. They were Paul McCartney, Linda McCartney, Denny Lane, Jimmy McCullough, and Joe English. No, I haven't got my one-hand clapping albums in yet. They told me from the Paul McCartney website it was on the way. So hopefully I'll have that for Rachel Ghost's channel. She's trying to get one, but she was going to buy it from Amazon. They said it would be 2 to 3 weeks, so she canceled her order. I know Joe Mayo's already got his. Caitlin Larkin's got hers. And I think Beatles Tone from England already has his.
Is
Well,
your live with Rachel
why'd you
only
got
for like an hour 30?
The what?
It's gonna be for like an hour 30.
The Rachel Ghost, if they get Mikey Arugula on there, we'll be lucky to squeeze it into 90 minutes.
why'd you reach over here like I had that Christmas thing?
What's that? What's your question?
Why'd you reach over here?
I don't know. I must have made a mistake. Are you wearing your shirt backwards? Or your cap backwards?
I don't know.
Let's put that.
Hey,
All right, you put it over there.
How'd you find that?
Put it over there. Yesterday they had a near mint picture sleeve of Dance Dance Dance. That's a rare Beach Boys picture sleeve, and it went off, and the auction all the way went up to $185. And so somebody put up a 409 picture sleeve from 1962, the first Beach Boys picture sleeve, $150, buy it now. And I offered $100, and he says I was offered way too low, and I was a cheapskate. So I raised it to 125, and he still was calling me everything in the book. So I bought it at 150. He says, I don't like you. I'm going to cancel the order. So then he relisted it again. I bought it again, and he got upset and canceled the order again. I put it up a third time. I bought it, and it says, this seller does not accept offers from you. So he blocked me. So it was he must have sent me 25 messages on eBay that he wanted me to buy it offline off of eBay so he could make more profit. And I'm thinking, well, that's pretty crazy to sell something on eBay and tell eBay you want to sell it offline. He was trying to get me to text him. I said, I'm a top rated seller on eBay for 17 years. I'm not going to mess that up. But anyway, I don't know if he got reprimanded by eBay or what, but he was sending some really, whatever you call it. Did you see any of those messages? They were pretty bad to me. I was just being nice, and I just say, you know, in the grocery store, if somebody's giving you a hard time, you just say, have a nice day. And I said, have a great weekend. I said, good luck with your sale.
KRWD said total scam artist, Frank.
He might have been. That is Rich. How you doing, Rich? Glad you could check in with us. This is one of the rare Beach Boys picture sleeves of Barbara Ann. They came in a glossy and a flat picture sleeve, and this is the flat matte, not the glossy one. The glossy one might be more valuable. Picture sleeve for the girl I once knew. That's a tough one to find. So I don't know if Brian Wilson is in hospice or what, but the Beach Boys are trending big time. The value's going up. It's like a movie that comes out. It trends before it's ever released, and it seems like the same thing's happening in the Beach Boy. Good Vibrations, their masterpiece single. What was the flip side of this? Let's Go Away for a While. That was on Pet Sounds. Slip John B. That was on Pet Sounds. What's that Beach Boys song they were playing at Abbey Road on the River? And I told you, I said from the first few notes what they were playing. The song that influenced Paul to write Sgt. Pepper. God Only Knows.
I forgot.
What song did you know before they ever started singing at Abbey Road on the River? What song from Abbey Road? Your least favorite Beatles song?
Sing it.
What's the title of it? You know what I'm talking about.
Here Comes the Sun.
Here Comes the Sun. California Girls. Big hit, but it's kind of a plain black and white picture sleeve with the Beach Boys relaxing there. They must have been in, I don't know if they're in New York. It looks like they're in New York City. That's by Beach Boys Minute. Besides Carl and the Passions that I'll have for Rachel Ghost, near mint, unplayed record of the mono, best sounding mono mix of Pet Sounds, remixed by Carl Wilson in 1972. Daniel Costello bought my last Carl and the Passions. Don't know if he's got it yet, but he'll be blown away when he plays that album.
KRWD said, good, Frank. Sorry I missed a couple of shows.
I'm glad you're back.
Brad Parnell said, I can only play God Only Knows on the ukulele.
Well, I'd like to hear it on ukulele. What does Brad think? Does he think that God Only Knows is one of the top songs of all time
Do you think that, Brad?
in pop rock music?
Your Japanese friend said, Beatles goods are amazing. Me too. Beatles album Abbey Road is decorated with the four figures of the album, the Yellow Submarine figure.
He sent me some pictures of all his Yellow Submarine and Abbey Road stuff he had.
Brad Parnell said yes, and Carl Wilson, who sang lead, is my favorite Beach Boy.
Carl Wilson, I sold my autographed big frame, went out in the mail earlier this week for $250 and had a Carl Wilson autograph on there. One time I had one of the early Beach Boys albums that was signed by all 5 of the original members, including Dennis Wilson and Brian Wilson and Carl Wilson. Gary Hine, my butcher cover friend that passed away several years ago, he bought it from me he traded with me, I think about $250 value. And I said, Gary, I don't have a COA with this. And he says, that's all right, Frank. I know it's a real deal. So I don't think he ever resold that. I don't know if Rockaway Records bought that when he bought his whole estate, but I had a early Beach Boys album signed by all 5 of the original members.
Ralph Gomez said, hi, Stickermania and family. Super thanks for the German Apple Magic Mystery Tour vinyl I purchased from you very recently. Baby, you're a rich man does sound at its greatest.
It's audiophile. That's the top Beatles audiophile pressing, according to Andrew from Polygram Auctions. It's the Horzoo or the Apple pressing from Germany of Magical Mystery Tour, where they asked for new master tape stereo from the analog master tapes from Abbey Road Studios, and they remixed it in Germany using their all tube equipment. Neumann lathe, and they made the best pressing, Beatles pressing ever that exists in the world. Magical Mystery Tour. I got one of those to show. Here it is.
Here it is.
1977 pressing. Everybody seems to pay a little more for the Horzoo, but this is cut from the same plates that the Horzoo is, and it's made on better vinyl, so it probably sounds better than the Horzoo pressing. A1, B3, that's what you want. Be true stereo. You never heard Hello, Goodbye, Strawberry Fields, Penny Lane, Baby, You're a Rich Man, and All You Need Is Love. That's on side 2. You've never heard those songs in all their psychedelic power until you hear this pressing of Magical Mystery Tour. Even side 1 sounds pretty great on this one. You got Magical Mystery Tour, The Fool on the Hill, Flying Blue Jay Way, Your Mother Should Know, and the great I Am the Walrus. We got a Louisville station here, 107.7, and when they started their classic rock about 10 years ago, they played I Am the Walrus, the same song for 24 hours in a row. Can you imagine that?
The Beatles did psychedelics a lot.
This is our psychedelic album here, this and Sgt. Pepper.
I'm saying how they did it. Did they do it a lot?
No, they didn't do it a lot. Just 1967, mostly. A little bit on Revolver, 66. And then the White Album is all over the place. It's got every kind of music format possible. Tin Pan Alley, it's got everything on the White Album. Most groups, if they would have put all those different types of music on a double album, it would have never flown. But the Beatles somehow made it work. I think I covered everything, unless you guys got any final questions. Any other final questions out there? Make sure you check us on Rachel's Ghosts. It'll be a barn burner next Wednesday, June 19th, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What do you think?
Why'd you go behind my back if I'm not gonna be here?
Well, I'm just being nice.
Well,
Do you want to come and be on it?
No.
It's, yeah.
everyone like and subscribe.
Yeah, we're at, what did we say, 1650.
50.
We need 350 more to give away that peeled butcher cover. Show it one more time.
I wonder how good it is.
When I grow up,
Have a nice
And
day.
Beatles Pro, you can't win this one. If you won a butcher cover for me before in a contest, you can't win again.
Have a nice
You'll be
day.
disqualified.
Amazing.
All right, everybody say goodbye from Louisville, Kentucky.
Goodbye. Happy Father's
Mr.
Day.
Happy Father's Day. What? What do you got to say?
Bye, Mr.
Alright.
STICKERMANIA.
Yes.
Can I sell my red chair when I grow up
Your red chair? Yeah, you can. You're almost as tall as I am.
for $1,000?
Yeah, because you sat on it. See you later from Louisville. Thanks.